I wouldn't, but now watch it. You'll stop.
I don't know if I'll get my identity loose, huh?
When you stop petting them, sometimes if you bite, grab you like this, and pull off.
ST there. Good morning, everyone. We're out in just west of Red Deer by Rocky Mountain House, Sylvan Lake area. We were up here, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. So we're visiting Krista today, and she's been dealing with a lot of health issues. So she asked us to come up and just make sure that things are safe in terms of EMF radiation. And Krista's here. And I think a lot of people know Krista runs a rescue for dogs. She's doing great work, and a lot of people in the area know about her. She's got lots of dogs and cats, and they're from native reserves. A lot of them are.
Yeah, or euthanization cases and from different rescue organizations. And then I rehab them to go out as emotional support and service dogs for PTSD and veterans, first responders. Just do a healing process.
Yeah, so our purpose today is just to make sure you're safe.
Yes, 100%.
We did take a look around the property. I'm suspecting that it's maybe internal to the house. So we're going to go inside the house and check. She got, what service is that? That satellite up there, dish?
Yeah, it's actually dead. It's not
all right
hooked up for exploring it. But then there is the antenna on the top, the tall one.
Yes.
That's active, and that goes to the cell tower.
And what's that for? Is that for your Wi-Fi?
Internet and Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so we're gonna investigate that. And I did some preliminary research. There's about 7 cell towers, base stations surrounding your property. The good news is that they're quite a distance away. Like the closest one was like 2 kilometers away.
Yeah.
Right? So there are research papers out of Israel, Germany, and other countries. If you're within 400 meters, it's showing that you have an increased chance of getting cancer. And I'll post a link on this today, so people can see those papers. But it's, there's a family doctor in Calgary saying there's no science on it. Like, they're in denial. Even the medical.
Dr. Pabies, the specialist.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, he come right out and told me that I actually have radiation damage, severe radiation damage.
Yeah.
He asked me if I had been to Chernobyl or Japan recently.
How long you been living here?
I've been here for 6 years.
Okay.
And
What about before that? Were you exposed a lot to radiation before that?
I lived in Calgary.
Were you near a tower or anything?
I've never been near anything that I know of, like whatever's up in Calgary's area.
What about a tower or?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, because if you're within 400 or 500 meters, the epidemiology studies show that you have increased chance of getting cancer. So
that's just it. As if I'm one of those people and they're everywhere, there's a possibility I was in close range to one, and who knows where it would have been.
Yeah. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do some readings outside to get an idea. I suspect they're going to be low, because these towers, even though there's 7 encircling her property, they are quite far away. I'm just gonna put this on now. Then we're gonna go inside and we'll do a thorough room to room and find out if there's anything in there that's harming you.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, that's all we can do, but it's important to keep in mind that this can change.
Yeah.
A tower could pop up right down your street. You never know where they're going to put them, right?
Well, that's just it.
Right. So
And there has to be an explanation as to how I got radiation damage when I've never been
yeah.
exposed to anything.
What
to
about
our
the jab?
knowledge.
I don't want to.
I did get 2 Pfizer vaccine shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I was discussing with you inside. You would think people in urban centers would
be affected
really
more
sick
than
because there's
myself.
towers everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started. I want to do some preliminary readings. I haven't done any. Wow, that's high. Holy jeez. That's really high. You hear it, eh? So we're in the mid extremes here. The power output's quite low. Holy jeez. Because that's surprising, eh? Look at that. That's really high. I'm really surprised. I'm looking at the peak signal there. 0.5 is where you want to be. 0.5. And we're well above that. But my concern is that the towers are so far away, it can't be them. And I have a feeling it's that Wi-Fi thing you got up there that's causing the radiation. How long have you had that?
2 years now.
Let's just go over here and see if we get a distance. Yeah, it's come down a bit. So I think it's that technology up there. So it's putting it in the you see there in the mid extremes?
Yeah.
You see that, sir? I'm looking at the peak signal. The peak signal.
Mm-hmm.
You see how high it is, eh?
Yep.
It's pretty high. And if you're that's surprising. Because with those towers, I'll be honest with you, I've been in areas rural, we should be down below 0.5 easy. Because they're so far away, right?
Yeah.
So let's go inside. I think it's inside where you're having some issues here. But that thing up there's
Yeah.
it's just it's unfortunate, eh?
Wait, Louie.
Yeah, that's not bad. See, that's too high. Even right here, to me that's, see that? That Wi-Fi, that's way too high.
Well, and my modem is right on that window ledge.
That's it. That poor dog up there. That's the source. That's the source up there. I'm convinced of it. But let's, you got to get that dog out of there. Yeah, he's getting radiated, man. Don't worry. We're here to help. It's okay. It's all good. I don't want to worry you, but...
No, I know. I need to know what's true.
Do we go through the door, right?
Yeah, she's really friendly.
Look here. So we got some distance there. But... See that? You see, it's all through your house,
Yeah.
right? That's too high. Like in my house in Calgary, no, don't worry. I don't want to worry you. I'm trying to help you.
I know.
But I use the Wi-Fi, but I shield it. I keep it, so I'm down to about 1,
Yeah.
And I turn it off at night, right? Those are good things to do. Is this the room here?
Yeah. You can go right into.
Oh yeah, come here. Yeah, you gotta, can you get that dog out of there? Yeah, get him out of there. Yeah, he's getting radiated in there. Yeah, we're going to resume it. But it looks like it's this Wi-Fi modem again. It's really unfortunate, but at least we're getting to the bottom of it. But I'll show you the readings. It's just crazy, and there's no reason why. The government is complicit in this, Health Canada, these corrupt international bodies that regulate this. And it's all about profit and greed, eh? And that's the reason this is going on. And people are at their mercy now. And look at this nice lady here and all her beautiful animals. Sad. Sad what's going on. It's disgusting. But this is the source. I'll show you the readings. Look, but look here. You can hear it. It's all through your house. But watch here. Keep going. Look.
Oh my God.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, you see here? You see there? Look, it's maxed out. And that poor dog was in here, right? Don't worry. Look, you see? I hope you don't work there.
No, I haven't ever.
But look, sir.
Yeah. So
Look.
it's turned off.
Yeah, but we'll hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Before we turn it off, because I just want to show you. Look at that, everyone. And it's just permeating the house, right? So I can provide some solutions to that may allow you to use it safely. Because Wi-Fi is a great technology, but you want to use it safely, right? Right? But you see it's strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's just move over here for a bit. But you can't have the dog like that.
No.
Because they're more vulnerable than us, right?
100%.
Right? That poor dog, he's getting whacked, eh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me just, I'll keep that going. I'm going to have to switch here for a second. Because we're going to shut that off to isolate it. Yeah, shut it off. Shut it off. It's coming right down. And those are the towers, right?
Yeah.
You see that?
Actually, that's the hairway setup.
See how it dropped right down into a safe level, right? And 0.75, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, you got the towers around you, so you're going to see what happens with all these towers. Can you hold that for a sec? They increase the overall radiation in the area, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I kind of have, that's acceptable right now.
Yeah.
But that's just the world we live in. When you're living in the urban environment, it's going to be higher, right? You're going to be up to 1.5, depending where you are, right? How, once they get all the 5G up, right, it's going to increase the radiation even higher, like the base level. So that's the world we're living in right now. But this here, but what we can do is look at.
I ordered a Faraday cage on the modem.
Shielding it.
Yeah.
Shielding, and then you can hopefully use that technology safely.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But the readings have dropped right down. Let's go outside and just take a look. I want to see if it's still coming in. I'm going to add too, the problem with this situation too, sir. What's your name?
Larry.
Larry, is that there's a lot of time there's a closed loop system like with your cell phone or that device out there connecting to the base station. And what happens is, the stronger the signal, the less output at this end. But if we're in a scenario where it's a weak signal, so it's going to push out more, which is going to make it even higher, right, at this end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on too. But let's go outside here. We can do a preliminary reading outside. Look at that. It's come right down, eh?
Oh, way down. Yeah.
It's come way down. Because we still got those towers, but that's livable, right?
Yeah, that's way better than 4.5.
Yeah, that's livable. It's close, you know. Ideally, you want it lower, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the world we live in now, right? Look here, it's dropped a lot lower too. Look,
Oh, yeah.
see there? It's dropped right down, sir.
Yeah, it's not even
See that? But we do have 7 towers around here, so that's what I think. There is a signal coming in right from all those towers,
Yeah.
and that's why you're getting that level. But
Well, that tower right there is
Let's
not
see.
actually tied into the 5G. That's strictly the wireless going to Airways
yes, it is.
tower over here on the hill.
Yes, and it's quite powerful. So,
Well, I know when they put it up, it sure made a massive difference in the signal in my house.
well,
Mhm.
and
Right? So it definitely strengthened a lot of things.
yeah. So you just need to. The first step is to look at shielding options,
Mhm.
and I'll give you some solutions that are inexpensive, that I use myself.
Okay.
Right? You don't need to spend a lot of money to do this. There's a lot of scams out there.
Yes, there is.
I want everyone out there who's listening today to be very careful. This has become almost a scam industry now. People are playing off people's fear. I met a lady yesterday in Calgary, just briefly, before I was at that event yesterday. But she's literally taking pills, and they're saying it's gonna block the radiation in her. Now she has chronic headaches from these pills. Like,
Mhm.
it's just absurd, right?
Yeah.
And there's all these, those stones and stuff.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
I don't think they are.
Oh, no.
I don't think they're working. And I did look at this block someone sent me, and I appreciate all the input that we're getting. There's this block, sir, and you put it in your office. They're asking like $1,600. But if you look at the details,
It doesn't
They
matter.
say-
It's a rock.
they say it may help reduce, but then they say below it, it'll definitely help psychologically,
Oh.
Exactly.
right? It'll give you the false,
And when you start reading that,
right,
you
right.
gotta go,
But yet here, give us $1,600
Yeah.
for this colorful block.
Yeah.
There's one that looks like a pretty awesome.
Yeah,
stone.
yeah, Dana.
It's hilarious. That was really
Yeah, because of the health effects, right, Dana? Yeah. And this lady, why don't you give us the product for free, right?
Yeah.
But they're trying to make money off it. It's become an industry, and unfortunately,
It's like everything. It's your
I don't know that. Well, I'm not going to fault people for trying to make a
Yeah,
living,
well, yeah.
but don't rip people off like that.
Yeah.
That's something we don't
Yeah.
support, right?
Yeah.
If we can help you, we will. And we're volunteers. We're not making money off this, right? So, we're just trying to help and make a better world, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right? We don't like what's going on so many different levels, right?
I
You understand that,
even
right?
begin to thank you enough for doing what you
Yeah,
did.
I had a sense when I got here, you get a sense, because
Yeah.
I did the research. The towers they're so far away. You may be getting low frequency radiation sickness, but it's probably unlikely. To me, that thing is not helping your environment.
Yeah.
So if we can shield it in a way that
Does it get better?
reduce it down to a safe level so you can enjoy the Wi-Fi technology, right? Right? You don't want to be offline here, right?
No. I
You
live
don't
by
want-
myself out here.
Yeah, so we want to just reduce it down. So all your beautiful animals here are protected, and so are you, and you can enjoy it, right?
Yes, please.
That's all we're going to try and do, right? So, oh yeah, we're going to have to look at Starlink as well. Thank you, Robert. We're still hoping to connect with someone who is connected into Starlink, and that's through Elon Musk.
Yes, I know a couple of my friends actually are using it.
Are they nearby? Could we go by?
No, they're in Calgary.
Could you connect me to them? Because I want to check it out.
I can definitely.
Do you think they would be interested?
Yeah, definitely.
I want to check that technology out. Those are obviously extremely powerful cellular satellites beaming down. You know, what impact is it having on bird life? And
well, they're putting these up near schools and daycare.
Yeah. So so we're gonna uncover it, but let's deal with your situation. Thank you, Robert, for mentioning that. I'm gonna go in and help her. I don't need to video that, folks.
Yeah.
Because I did that in Port Coquitlam in BC. There was another lady there, Mandy, and she had her modem, she's not well, but she's in there all day with the modem fully exposed.
That's like me, I'm here all day.
It's not good, sir. And people need to understand there's short-term effects, and I'm going to post a good research article on it, on this link, so people can, it's a bit dated, but I think it gives a good summary.
Well, I
But
have surgery booked already.
yeah, the serious effects are cumulative over time. People don't realize it, right?
100%.
So this is all about quality of life, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't have your health, you got nothing, right?
Exactly.
So you got to look after your health. Unfortunately, it looks like the government,
Yeah.
I question their integrity, but it's pretty sickening. But I'm not going to get into that. But we're looking at solutions, right, to protect people.
Well, yeah, there's no use in being nasty or hasty. There needs to be a resolution. Like
Well, they're corrupt, right? And they have their own agenda, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Health Canada is implicated in these puppet politicians, right? It's all the same story, but it's all over the world, right?
I've been so woken up to this.
Yeah.
Throughout this.
But let's go inside and help you. I'm praying. Yeah, Mandy's the really nice lady I met in BC, and she says here she's praying for you and her farm and pets.
Thank you.
And she says, after my home visit, she said we're much better now.
Thank you so much.
But we're gonna have to deal with this. I'm not gonna repeat everything, but this is just another. I'm glad I came out.
So am I.
Krista, thanks for contacting me.
So glad that Jesse put me in touch with you.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, everything worked out. But let's go inside. I want to thank everyone. Yeah, thank you, Robert, and I really appreciate that feedback, Robert, on the Starlink. And
so do I.
And we're gonna get right on that. We have a couple of sources now, so we can check that out. I'm really interested in looking at that. I don't trust Elon Musk. He runs a company I encourage everyone to look into called Neuralink, and this is about putting brain implants into your brain. And you're almost like a bio robot. You're connected to an external source.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So anyone who's doing that kind of work,
I have a grandmother.
He's a transhumanist.
Yeah.
So I'm not I'm a humanist.
Yeah.
I'm not a transhumanist. I'm not trying to deny our being.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
It's already a beautiful thing. Why?
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. I'm just looking. Yeah, Musk is a shill. And we did a lot of posts on that, so check it. We did something on biorobots. We talk about that, but this isn't made up. He's one of them. I'm just going to add one final point. We were at the TED Talks with that nasty Bill Gates, and I don't know if everyone's aware of this, but his proposal at TED Talks, it was called the New Era. He was proposing more global governance, that we should have a a global governance on vaccines and so-called pandemics. So it's more it's
Yeah.
more one world government. That's his great idea.
That's so manipulative.
So that would override all the sovereignty of countries around the world. They would, you know, he's just a globalist, right? Right? He's just pushing his agenda. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we were down there, sir, and that was his great idea, right? Pathetic. Pathetic.
Well, in some ways, if you actually had one government, that would actually kind of work, because then the people would sign wars. But it's a friggin'
No, but the problem with it, the catch-22 would be ultimate tyranny
Exactly.
over people, especially with all this technology coming.
With that much power comes
Yeah.
disgust.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone.